So I had a lot of concerns when I first opened this website. I wrote down some of my questions, so I'm going to be referring to my notes. But my first concern was if she was non-biased. So the website comes off as very spiritually centered. She talks a lot about energy and positive um, energy and spiritual aspects and all of that, but she doesn't talk a lot about her scientific approaches or her evidence based approaches. So you don't really get a feel for what type of theory she's using, if any of it is scientifically based. So that made me a little doubtful of her approaches. She also seems to push off a lot of her own beliefs onto her clients. I was concerned about if she was competent as far as being able to work with a client who was non spiritual or someone who maybe wasn't interested in the spiritual aspect of her life coaching. Like I said, I would be very interested to see what type of theories she uses, if she has any scientific based evidence for her approaches. I also wanted to know, how does she maintain privacy? She goes over it a little bit and says that she uses very strict privacy, but she doesn't really say exactly how she does that. If she complies with HIPAA, if she has any specific ethical guidelines that she has to adhere to. Since she doesn't appear to be licensed, we don't know if she has any specific legislation that she's working under or anyone that's holding her accountable for her practices. I also am unsure if she's covered by insurance. So I'm not sure if that's something that would appeal to a lot of clients. Specifically, I don't think it would appeal to me. I would be concerned, since she wasn't covered by insurance, who is backing what she is practicing. Again, is she accredited in any way? She also seems very unaware of her personal competency. What I mean by that is she kind of comes off as she's able to help anyone from any type of background, seeking any type of counseling advice. So I would just be a little hesitant to seek advice from someone who doesn't seem to be aware of their own competency. She doesn't seem like she would be willing to step back and say, okay, I need to refer you to someone else. She also comes off as very vague in her approach. She doesn't say specifically, again, what type of theory she'll be utilizing. She never really says specifically the questions that she'll ask initially. She just refers to these general questions that she'll ask. Again, she says a lot about exploring your personal journey and personal growth and, just this spiritual aspect, but she doesn't really say what she means by that. Going back to the privacy practices, her exact word says to prevent unauthorized access, maintain data accuracy, and ensure the correct use of information, we've put appropriate physical, electronic, and managerial procedures in place to safeguard and secure the information we collect online. That's very vague. It doesn't say exactly what her privacy practices are, and a lot of her website is like that, very vague, not specific. I think that this type of website and this type of life coaching is a great disadvantage to online counseling. I think it kind of gives us a bad rap if this is something that we would like to move towards in the future, if it's something that we want to be taken seriously. I don't think she's doing a lot for that cause. I think her website is very unprofessional. I think it's very vague. I don't think there's a lot of scientific evidence for what she does. The one thing that I do like about her website is that she mentions certain elements where she would refer you to a professional if you are medically ill, if you have hallucinations, if you need hospitalization, if you're suicidal, those type of things. She says that, to seek help elsewhere. So I do respect that she does seem to draw a line somewhere with where she's unable to help. But other than that, like I said, I don't think that she does much to help the cause of online counseling. I don't think that I would ever seek out her advice just because I don't know much about where she is basing her approaches off of. I also don't see anything about her being certified or licensed past an undergraduate degree. So that's how I feel about her website, and I look forward to seeing what you guys think.